Picture this. A package arrives at your front door. You've been expecting a delivery, so you excitedly open the package, only to be let down by what's actually inside. It's not what you ordered. Somewhere along the line, there was a break in the supply chain. Supply chains are these massive global networks that manage the physical flow of goods in our society. The impact they have is constant and tangible. People order products, and after some time, almost magically, they receive those products. And it happens just like clockwork every single day. But the granular work of supply chains, procurement, planning, manufacturing, shipping from point A to Z, is largely invisible to the average consumer. And that's a good thing, because when customers are wondering about how your supply chain works, it probably means something has gone very wrong. Welcome to the AI Academy. My name is Rob Cushman, and I'm the Senior Partner for Supply Chain Operations at IBM Consulting. For many years, supply chains enjoyed near unwavering reliability thanks to the advent of lean manufacturing and just-in-time concepts. The motto was, produce only what you need and only when you need it. Companies were able to reduce the amount of inventory they held, manufacture in faraway, low-cost locations, and ship products enormous distances, all of which lowered the costs while maintaining predictable delivery times. It was maximum efficiency at minimum waste, the foundation of modern supply chain theory. This operating model worked predictably and dependably for decades, allowing supply chains to quietly function in the background of our modern society. But times of disruption have a way of, disrupting things and putting a spotlight on a common, flawed assumption about supply chain operations. That assumption being that traditional supply chain models were only designed to handle predictable patterns of demand and supply. Natural disasters, geopolitical conflict, and the like cause sudden spikes in demand and supply, leading to significant shortages and delays for lean supply chains. They just aren't equipped to meet customer expectations in a volatile and unpredictable world. As major black swan events become more frequent and intense, companies must reimagine their supply chains for a future filled with more pervasive disruption. Your enterprise customers and their customers expect a new normal from the supply chain industry. They want digital-first experiences in their enterprise transactions that mirror what they get in their personal commerce interactions, online, transparent, end-to-end, real-time, and mobile. They're no longer blissfully unaware of the minutiae of supply chains. They expect direct, real-time visibility into the supply chain even when the world isn't in crisis. And they're holding supply chain managers to higher levels of speed, resiliency, and transparency that can only be achieved by embracing future-fit operating models and cutting-edge technology. The problem is, most companies are struggling to move beyond traditional supply chain operating models. 80% of companies still follow traditional supply chain management processes, according to a McKinsey survey. Why is that? There's a natural reticence around AI adoption because industry leaders aren't confident in its relevant applications. They're uncomfortable with end-to-end experimentation, which is the best way to uncover the right use cases. And many supply chain personnel fear that AI could fundamentally change their roles or even eliminate them altogether. So in the absence of a clear path forward, most companies are choosing to lean even more heavily on traditional supply chain processes and technologies. But the reality is, supply chain management is getting more complex, and our tried and true ways of working are running out of competitive runway. For over 50 years, traditional supply chain models have been bound by a sort of space-time continuum. Inventory, delivery times, labor, material, and logistics costs, as well as service levels, all required making trade-offs between those factors to optimize supply chain performance. AI is providing us with the first real opportunity to break through those space-time boundaries, to continuously optimize performance, digitize and automate workflows that automatically self-correct and proactively make crucial decisions in real time. These capabilities have never been available to supply chain leaders until now. We can now inject the power of AI and the speed of automation directly into the building blocks of our supply chains: procurement, logistics, inventory management, and demand planning. Our supply chains are teeming with data, which makes them the perfect training ground for AI models. AI can help us access and structure this data using natural language processing, or NLP. NLP is a subset of AI technology that uses machine learning to analyze human language data, finding patterns, trends, and relationships between different pieces of content. It can dissect unstructured data, cleanse it, and connect it to the other functions across the supply chain. These capabilities help us dissolve one of the biggest single barriers to successful AI adoption: inaccurate, fragmented data. Dirty data that's trapped in silos jeopardizes customer experiences and leads to inaccurate insights. With clean, structured, and integrated data, we can avoid these issues, and we can turn functionally siloed supply chain structures into interconnected, intelligent end-to-end production networks. AI helps us to overcome the boundaries between different supply chain domains by providing a single pane of glass for critical information. Stakeholders from supply chain, sales, finance, suppliers, and partners can collaborate within this unified interface to gain immediate insights and react to market disruptions in real time. Once AI models are properly trained, they can be used to autonomously make decisions, detect anomalies, assist customers, and generate real-world predictions. AI's predictive capabilities may offer the greatest value to supply chain leaders today. AI can help us forecast changes in demand, identify impending disruptions, and optimize inventory management accordingly. With more accurate views into customer demand, companies can use a modern lean manufacturing model that evolves with the latest trend data. AI forecasting models analyze historical, real-time, and market trends to project future outcomes so we can exceed customer expectations every single time. You're probably thinking, that sounds great, but what does it take to actually integrate AI into my supply chain? Luckily, you won't have to start fresh or abandon your legacy systems. In fact, there's a way to unlock the value of AI while extending the life of your current technology investments. It's called the supply chain trifecta. The supply chain trifecta is a combination of data, AI, and cloud architecture wrapped into one heterogeneous technology solution. Building your trifecta starts with adding a layer of cloud-based technology on top of the systems you already have in place. The cloud provides an infinitely more scalable, secure, and flexible architecture for your data and AI. From the cloud, you can build and deploy all the AI capabilities I've mentioned previously and orchestrate your supply chain from end to end. Real-time ingestion models sit above your cloud layer, pulling targeted data into the cloud as needed to support your use cases. And at the very top is an analytics layer where data across the entire tech stack is processed and organized. So instead of sifting through 10 different legacy systems looking for information, the trifecta centralizes your data in one cloud-based pane of glass where you can ask questions and gather intelligence. For the first time, we can visualize the entire supply chain by the minute. Every step from shipping to shelf can be tracked and analyzed. That's only possible when you take your data and AI into the cloud. That's why leveraging the supply chain trifecta is a game changer. Now that you know how to apply AI, let's talk about where to apply it. Your AI use cases will ultimately be unique to your organization, but there's one universal objective you can focus on to start: delivering a consistent, repeatable, high-quality customer experience. That's the new mission for supply chains. Every supply chain leader wants to delight their customers. So, work towards consistently delivering great experiences. How do you find the right use cases to start? Well, they're usually hidden in plain sight if you follow the signs. They're the things that cause late shipments, missed deliveries, expediting, overtime, premium freight, inventory imbalances. Every supply chain is different, but peel the proverbial onion around your greatest pain points and you'll find your starting point. Here are 2 example use cases. Deploy AI-powered virtual assistants for first-line or supplemental support so you can manage customer interactions around the clock. Offloading repetitive queries into AI agents allows human personnel to focus on more complex issues. Or you can optimize your logistics network with predictive AI models to automate order fulfillment, improve inventory management, and streamline the transit of finished products. Better logistics leads to faster, smoother deliveries, and that creates happier customers. Once you've picked your use case, build and launch an AI solution in the cloud that can be activated quickly, then scale that solution over time. The most important advice I can give you is to start small, but start. That's how you'll uncover the true value of AI in your organization. And once you've solved one problem or optimized one function with AI, the next use case will become obvious. Supply chains are crucial to life as we know it. Every industry and service in modern society depends on the work of supply chains. As our world becomes more volatile, it's imperative to acknowledge the limits of traditional supply chain management and start fortifying our production networks for the future. AI, in concert with structured data and cloud capabilities, will be the key to managing logistical complexity and remaining resilient in the face of disruption.